Poverty is a social disease. It's possible to live with it all your life. And every evil is perpetrated in darkness. So poverty is evil. So it's a work of darkness. Come and say work of darkness. So it takes the working of light to disarm it. It takes the working of light to disarm it. Poverty is darkness. And so it takes the working of light to subdue it. It takes the working of light to subdue it. I told you one story also that years ago I came back from one of my trips, I think about 20 years ago, and my wife said, "What have you brought?" I said, "Come and see." So I took her to my study and opened my box, and behold, it was books from top to bottom. And my wife said, "What else?" I said, "That's all else. That's all I invested in." I said, "The contents of this book can make me a manufacturer of the things I will have bought." The contents of this book, you can see the effect today. The contents of this book will make me a manufacturer of what I will have bought. If I could imbibe the light in this book, I will command the favor of God in a dimension that could make me a manufacturer of the things I will have bought. Light is the answer to every work of darkness. What is the answer? Light. This man was praying for 17 years. He was fasting for 17 years. His friends were joining him in prayers and fasting. Now you see, prayer and fasting can't make you read inside darkness, can it? In fact, the more you fast, the dimmer your eyes become, isn't it? There are people, perhaps sitting down here, they must be reading you anyway, who have never read one book that addressed their issue once. And so how do you want to be free? He said, "You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free." So I'd like you to know that poverty is as evil as sickness. And it takes the work of light to destroy the works of darkness. It takes the working of light to destroy the works of darkness. So if darkness must be subdued, then you have to engage the workings of light to subdue it. 25 years ago, I said, no, Lord, show me the secret behind kingdom prosperity. And I went with 2 books in my hand and my Bible. Why do I have to go with books? There are people who have been sent by God to help the understanding of others to enter into the inheritance in Christ. That's why they call them apostles, prophets, pastors, teachers, evangelists. They are sent to the body for the perfecting of the understanding of the saints, till we all come into the unity of faith, into the fullness of our inheritance in Christ. So there are things you will never understand except you sit at the feet of his apostles, prophets, pastors, teachers, evangelists. It was from the books of Gloria Copeland, God's Will is Prosperity, that the light of heaven broke forth in my life. And I knew from that day I got the key into the prosperity storehouse of heaven. I knew, and I screamed, "Hey, I can never be poor." 25 years ago. That's why I know that if you will follow the few things that God has asked me to tell you this month, financial struggle will become a thing of the past forever in your life. I'd like you to therefore take advantage of this hour, because you are sitting right at the center of heaven's prosperity on the earth. This is the dimension of prosperity that even people who live in wealthy nations are envious of. So how can you be dying of poverty sitting in the midst of prosperity?